Level 533. You say you would do it, but no. You had one more game after that. First later versus Phoenix Light, so I started to play on the channel. Got me into the Phoenix Light games and everything just went down from there. But now I'm playing Spirit Justice. So I was going to get out of the game. I set the Great Satanic Gates. That's still in Japan! Oh, and they did the second one. That is also gonna be in Japan and we'll never get a good translation! And even worse than Vixie, better, Preslator versus Phoenix Wright! That's even worse. It's gonna be a new Satan game, sorta, called Lady Waiter. How did this all go wrong? What? Oh, you expect me to do something? Give you time. I gave it enough. Life. Yeah, if you've seen online, there's a Lady Layton trailer. First Layton has a daughter. That's why I reacted to that trailer. In a nutshell. I have a daughter? Who did I get with to have this? There's nothing in the whole 6 games that explain this. Nothing in the future arc, nothing in the past arc. And yes, I did say there's a future arc and a past arc. Yeah, welcome to the series that is basically Star Wars. But actually it is basically Star Wars when I think about it. The first 3 games are some of my favorites, and the past and the games in the past are just Wait. Maybe I should do a retrospect on all 6 games, including the Predator thing is right, and find out where everything went wrong. Well, everything went right. So let's start with the first game in the series, Press Layton and the Spectre's Core. Press Layton and the Spectre's Core. Only Tarnosaurus didn't take long enough to get to this game. It was released in 2007 to 2008, but by that time, the sequel it came out, Pandora's Box, and I played that game first. Confusions assured that game. Then I played the next game, Lost Future, which kinda helped, but kinda didn't. Then I played Spectre's Core. Was I kinda liked how they changed the gameplay. Miracle Bat, loved it. And Spectre's Core wasn't, I wouldn't say it was entirely the best game to end off the Predator series. So let's start with SO4, Predator and the Call Your Spirit. And I did say episode 4. Whenever I said this is basically the Star Wars of video games, yeah, that still hangs around in my mind. This is basically Star Wars of the video games, if you think about it long enough. there's a future arc which is Spectre Score, Pandora's Dark, and Lost Future, and there's the prologue arc with Spectre's Core, Miracle Max, and of course as a legacy. This is DC Star Wars. It's just Star Wars. So let's get started with the story. The game starts out with, well, a Professor and his friend Luke. You know these guys, Professor Layton and Luke. Characters. Anyway, they receive a letter from them saying that there's a goal for the Meta in this village, in a village somewhere, and they get a map with it. And this map is a puzzle. We're going to see a lot of those puzzles. Why are there so many puzzles? There are a lot of puzzles in this game. A lot of them. Also, the town is called St. Mixties. Mixties? Mixties, is that how you say that? I don't even know how you say that. Anyway, yeah, they were tasked to find the golden apple of St. Mixties. Like, or something like that. Sorry if I get the characters' names in this game, but they're just not that memorable. We'll get to that in a little bit. So when they arrive at town, they need to get the bridge down. However, they need to solve a puzzle before that. Like I said, so many things, so little time. Down they see a huge tower and the game starts. Yeah, that's basically all the setup of this game. No, seriously, that is all the setup of this game. Yes, there's more stuff, but all it really counts to is nothing much. Well, that can be easily explained. This was actually going to be a side mode at the beginning of it. Yeah, this whole thing was supposed to be a side mode. There was a book in Japan that's basically based on a doctor something or other guy that's loved puzzle books, so he did his own puzzle books. At level 5, and the creator of this game loved them so much that he thought he could create his own for, well, the game. However, they didn't have the license for the character in the book, so they created a new one. But they didn't call them, have real names for them, so they just decided to call them nicknames, Layton and Luke. And this is stuck. Wow. Seriously, if you ever have characters in video games now, it seems like this is a trend that happens a lot in video games. Characters need names, but currently don't have any, so they need to be referred as characters, so they just decide to call them the first thing that pops in his head, in this case Layton and Luke. Stick with it. Whenever all game developers, if you ever have a character, make sure the name is, and you like the nickname, they show the nickname's a good one. You can see this happening a lot. The Phoenix Wright games had them, the Professor Layton games have them. Oh, and Five Nights at Freddy's had them. Yeah, I have what? Yeah, it happens a lot. Anyway, let's get on with the 2 gameplay and the presentation. The presentation is some things I could do without, and some is kinda the character designs are it I kinda like some of them, but others of the time just kinda creep me out. Like Personator, he is staring into your soul. Also, actual fact, I think the Suiten staring forward into the calendar moment from Personator vs. Phoenix Wright are actually based on his character animations from this game. The more you know. And the puzzles, yeah, the designs of them are, yeah, still good, but it's not at the best. Which is understandable, this is the first game, you're gonna make tweaks afterwards, but comparing it to all the other games, there is no comparison. It's just, I don't know how to describe it other than, So let's get to the characters and gameplay. The gameplay is still one of my favorites of the Personator series. You execute around, talk to characters, and you guessed it, puzzles. The puzzles are most all different, using your own brain to solve them. Some of them are even math puzzles. Nobody said there'd be math! There are no math puzzles in the later games. Oh. Yeah, this is really the only game with math puzzles. I don't know. Or did they not feel like creating any more math puzzles? Apparently math is too complicated for these games. As we can see, some of the math puzzles are there's a lot of pig rats. Also, pig rats. Yeah, pig rats are a thing that you earn in this game. The more pig rats you earn, the more stuff you will unlock in the bonus menu. Oh. So you're gonna need a lot of pig rats. So you're gonna need to solve every puzzle. And even worse, you have to solve them all correctly once to get the most amount of pig rats. Yeah, the game just teases you. If you fail, you just get less pig rats. It's kind of like the Phoenix Wright series and the credit. If you fail, boom. But it doesn't really mean anything. It just means you're going to get closer to a game over. But in Personator vs. Phoenix Wright, there are also for pig rats. I guess they mean something. Now the characters. Don't make me talk about the characters. Okay, here's the thing. I like the characters in the other games. This game, however, can burn in hell for its characters because they're all boring. Every single character is boring. They're one-dimensional and just I cannot name a single character from this game from memory, even though I just played these games recently for this review. Why? Luckily they resolved this recent game. The only interesting character is this mysterious girl and Don Palombo that tries to run you over with a freaking Ferris wheel! A freaking Ferris wheel! That is insane, sorry, but a freaking Ferris wheel! I like how it's also referenced in the later games. Warning! I'm about to spoil the final chapter. If you do not want to have spoiled, I guess it would be. Hey, I just noticed it's almost 10 years old. And next year is 2017. Huh. More you now. If this game actually, if Raider is actually lucky, that she might even get to put on the game's 10th anniversary. Who knew? Anyway, yes, an almost 10-year-old game. Stop the video. Actually, don't play the game, it's kind of bad. Anyway, after doing some menial tasks, yes, like menial, you finally get to the tower and find out that you need ET puzzles to open it. Okay, this is just weird to me. In the future, these puzzle locks are everywhere. Yeah, that one calling them puzzle locks. Where you need a certain amount of puzzles to progress. However, in the Prologue arc, they're nowhere to be seen. Even preceding with things right, which I can understand, that game had less puzzles. But I didn't get them why they're not in the Prologue arc. I don't know. Anyway, after getting enough puzzles, you find out that the town is overrun by robots. Essentially making this town a fake. I just realized something. Maybe I can get into more of that later on. Yeah, the town is a fake one, and there's robots. Also, earlier in the game, you heard some kidnappings. People getting kidnapped. Well, this was actually because they were into methane. Why was all this? Well, it was because of the theory of skill, or Furora. Literally, the golden apple. Nice kid. Apparently, whoever did this because of her. Want to be left, see her to rest alone. So he created all these bots to make her happy. And all with that, he also made a letter to go a treasure. So you climb this tower, counting some puzzles on the way, to find Fiora. And when you find him, and when the tower starts to crash, you jump out and smile. This reveals a golden apple tattoo. So you go to the fortress and click on the next where the golden apple should be. And then so you find a room for treasure! Money! Moolah! The richest thing you ever see! But here's the thing. If you even remove 1 cent of this gold, all the robots in this town and the town itself will be destroyed. Yeah, best booby trap ever. But more, this was to make sure she had a safe life. But Flora decides to stay against it. Then even though there and deciding to stay in the town. What? You what I said so? This causes the president Lieutenant Luke to there after a good weaving off. Ending Curious Village. So was it good? Here's the thing. Yes, it had a good attention. It was a good puzzle game. It had good puzzles in it. The story was just which is why I skipped over most of it in my review. It's just most of the stuff you have to do in this game is just pointless in the end. Like, one of the things you have to do in this game is chase down a freaking cat! A freaking cat! Which adds nothing to the story at all. Thankfully, they fixed this in the sequel. And if I started for this game, I would really lose faith in the Personators game. It wasn't a bad start, but I think the sequel's better. I say this game it says a 3 out of 10. It's not the greatest in the series, and I would not recommend it if you're starting the Personators series. However, I would recommend Pandora's Box, which is what we're looking at next time on the Personator Retrospect. So, see you guys then.